My name is Tony Derezinski, and I'm presently representing this ward on the City Council. I've been in office for about 4 years. I ran for office 4 years ago because I had a strong belief in the fact that Ann Arbor was at a turning point in its future and its present, and I wanted to get involved in it. And I think Sally put her finger on the main issue, which is experience. Who has the most relevant experience for being in the governing board of the City of Ann Arbor? I think I have some pamphlets back there, if you'd care to look, that provides my experience and also some of the activities that I've been involved in since I've been elected to City Council, which I think very well suits me for the City Council now and for another 2-year term. My background is as an attorney. I practiced for about 40 years in the area of municipal law. When I got back from Vietnam, I was already a lawyer, and I had taken a couple courses in municipal government here at the University of Michigan Law School. But then I wanted to specialize more so, and I went to Harvard Law School and got a degree in urban legal studies from the law school, which is precisely the field in which I am now working for the City of Ann Arbor. In the meantime, I had also worked representing communities on the west side of the state, primarily when I was practicing in Muskegon and then Grand Rapids, representing cities, townships, villages, and all aspects of their operations. When I moved here, I was the general counsel for the Sisters of Mercy Health Corporation, one of the largest employers here in town, as well as in a number of other communities where we had hospitals. In addition to that, I was involved in state government, particularly with regard to issues pertaining to municipalities. I was in the state senate for 4 years, and a few of the things that I got involved in was the Open Meetings Act, which I helped get passed, the Freedom of Information Act, the Consumer Protection Act, and also a railroad plan for the state of Michigan for the future. I have practiced law for about 25 years, but in the other years I also provided government service. In addition to the Navy, in addition to representing communities, I also was on the Board of Regents for 14 years at Eastern Michigan University here in Washtenaw County. All this comes together, particularly right now, when Ann Arbor is, I think, at a real threshold in terms of its present and its future. You may have seen the Detroit Free Press yesterday. One of the front page stories was about, if you're looking for a job, go to Ann Arbor, because Ann Arbor is leading the state in terms of the economic recovery. It's a very interesting article, not only about jobs, but how the progressive forward thinking and the progressive policies of the city has made it at the forefront of the redevelopment of the state as a whole. And I'm a strong believer in that. But this does not happen by accident. There were decisions that had to be made over the last number of years. So now Ann Arbor is coming out of the worst financial crisis since the recession, or the depression, in very good shape. But we can't stop now. We have to keep moving. And then, getting back to this year's election, who is in a better position in terms of municipal issues? Those specific areas where expertise is needed in terms of keeping the city developing, keeping the city moving, and also particularly coming up with a standard common vision from the community in terms of the outreach, in terms of working with the citizens to come up with that vision as to what we want for the city. To that end, I've asked for an assignment to the Planning Commission, which I've served on ever since I got elected, in terms of what are we planning for the future on such things as Washtenaw Avenue, the busiest corridor along there. We're now doing a reimagining Washtenaw Avenue, and working with other communities in a very collaborative basis. We have come up through a series of meetings in the ward, because Washtenaw Avenue, a good half a mile of it, runs along there. Meetings of what the residents want, what the businesses along Washtenaw Avenue wanted in terms of Washtenaw Avenue. How can we better serve it? And we got a lot of responses from there. We've had a number of meetings on other issues too in the ward, like, for instance, the pathway that has been built along Washington and making the curve from Toomey all the way around. We had community meetings on that, and I think that's a very important thing. So I'd like to serve another 4 years and to work with you in terms of seeing the vision for the city become a reality.